the titanic, terrifying battle between the most terrifying monsters within our community come together for one giant clash. The following announcement has been paid for by Monsters with Attitude.
We are your podcast's favorite podcast, living off of one phrase, 3 words. Embrace the attitude.
What's going on, listeners and watchers with attitude? Welcome to the MWA Presents the 6th or 7th annual Figure of the Year results. I would like to thank the esteemed Academy and all of our honored guests and privileged speakers here tonight as we give away the illustrious MWA Figure of the Year awards. As always, I am your host with the most, Mr. Joe Mama, and joined with me, as always, are my brothers from other mothers. Joined with me first, the realest Goji fan in the room, Jordan the Don Adorno. What's going on, Jordy? How are you?
Oh man, I cannot wait to deep dive into Figure of the Year, the 2025 edition. But as always, there will never be a dull day as long as I'm here with my MWA family. So yeah, I'm ready to rock and roll.
Right on, brother, right on. And the man who I'm pretty sure is the best divorce attorney that still uses a flip phone, the conductor of the Godzilla train, Mr. Adrian Settle. What's going on, brother? How are you?
What's up, Jojo? I'm doing excellent. I'm ready to talk about Figure of the Year for the umpteenth time as it originated, as it began here at Monsters with Attitude. Let's get it, boys.
Down with the East, the legendary YouTuber himself, Mr. Samson West. What's going on, Sammy? How are you?
Oh, Condor for the win, man. He's going to be number 1. Got to be.
Right on.
Thank
you. Right on. We'll have to see the
I know.
Figure of the Year. We'll see. I tell you what, man, I would be a little disappointed but not shocked if Giant Condor won. I will be honest here. I may be hosting this show, but I have not peeked at the results. I wanted to experience this raw with all of you guys in the chat. So a lot of other people here have seen the results. Have they done work behind the scenes to get ready? I myself have not. So I will be just as surprised or happy as all of you. Next, we have the Monsterverse Maniac and the articulated simp pimp himself, Mr. Oscar Solis. Oscar, what's going on, man? How are you?
Ooh, I am pumped. I had to take a drink out of my... I literally had to take a drink because I am ready. I am pumped. I already know my winners for articulated figure. I cannot wait to see all the other results. Especially, I swear to God, it'd be so funny. Like Seth said, the Giant Condor would either win from Bandai or overall Figure of the Year.
Overall.
That would be funny. It'd be funny. Let's go. I'm ready.
Oscar's all hyped up on Mountain Dew, man. He took more than a sip. He took a whole gulp. Next, we got the nerdy Nimbus himself, Mr. Brandon Johnson. Brandon, what's going on, man?
What up,
How
guys?
are you?
Good. First Figure of the Year. Excited to see the results. I haven't seen them either, so
awesome.
Let's get it going.
Well, welcome. We're happy you're here for your first time. Well, before we dive deep into the Figure of the Year, I think we should say hello to the chat. Adrian, if you would be so kind as to pull that up for us, please.
Of course.
Michael says, good afternoon. Michael, what's going on, man? Thank you for
man?
always joining. We appreciate
What's up?
Ooh, it's a long comment.
Oh, Michael again says,
Oh.
Jordan, he got the Dragon Ball stuff. The posters look amazing and bigger than I thought. Great job. I am picking up some frames tomorrow. Then I will post them. Thanks again.
Ooh.
MWA number
Oh.
1. Michael,
Heck
glad
yeah,
you got
man.
him, brother.
Absolutely. Glad you
Hell
like
yeah.
Spread the love for Jordy's artistic talents, man. He deserves all that recognition because I actually just got a bunch of the posters that you gifted me, Jordan, framed the other day. So those will be going up in my office here. So you will always be represented and close to my heart.
Oh, look at that. It's so sweet.
Adorable.
I'm sorry, not Lemon. Leon Smith.
Leon.
Excuse me. I cannot wait. I said Lemon. Leon Smith says, I cannot wait. Didn't even realize we have a stream until the ping on Facebook. See, everyone gets mad at us for using the everyone tag, but that's why we do it. Just to remind everybody that we got shows coming up. Monster Kid Corey says, all right, I'm here. I'm waiting. Let's do this.
Let's
What's
do
up,
it.
Corey?
All
Good to
right.
see you. Corey, I feel like I haven't seen you in a couple weeks. Good to see you, my friend. Nathaniel Plummer, as always, I really hope that X Plus Gigantic King Kong 86 with Rick exclusive Dr. Amy Franklin minifigure wins figure of the year. Happy King Kong Lives 40th anniversary, friends. Love you all. Love you too, Nathaniel. Thanks for always being a constant friend and commenter here in our section. Frank, Ohio.
Frank,
Expecting suits and ties. Well, I didn't wear a suit or a tie, but I did wear, somebody said I look like a pimp, so
yeah, it's that red,
holler
man.
at your boy.
Yeah.
But
All you're
Adrian got
missing is a
suit and
cigar.
tie.
Yeah, Adrian's
Fanciest of
representing.
Cats. Fanciest of Cats says, Monarch, Days of Our Lives has been edging me for 5 episodes with moments of Godzilla could show up. When Godzilla does finally arrive, my living room will look like an exploded marshmallow.
Oh, no.
Oh my
Fanciest
god.
of
Oh,
Cats.
wow.
I could not agree more
Yeah.
that
100%.
Monarch Days of Our Lives better kick it into high gear this last half of this season. Because the trailers and hype that was going into it has been somewhat of a letdown for me so far. We are here and ready, damn it, says Alex Sawyer. Alex, what's going on, brother? How are you?
What up?
Thanks for tuning in. What's next? Shingeki.
Hey, Shingeki.
What's going on? Tom, how are you, buddy?
Timothy.
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 Yes, Timothy Thompson. Tom Daniel.
All righty.
Team Rog. Hello, fellow Kaiju collectors. Team
What's
Rog.
going
What's
on?
going on, buddy? Monster Kid Corey, you're never too busy for the MWA. You understand that? What's going on, guys? Excited to see what the winners are, says Colin Mack. Absolutely, man. So
Hell yeah.
Let's see what's next.
Leslie
Chambers. Why is Adrian dressed like he's about to go to his 54th backwoods church with the Smokestack twins, and the rest of y'all look like you're about to go stripping in an old folks home on spring break? First off,
How does he know?
stripping at an old folks home is how I pay for my illustrious collection. Okay, so
That's what we do.
yeah, I got to pay for it somehow. So,
Right?
Leslie, thanks for tuning in, buddy. Appreciate it.
All right.
And then let's see. After Leslie, we have Charles here. Oi,
Hello, Charles.
oi,
Oi.
oi. We're talking super. Yeah, that is one of the topics for sure.
Yeah, sure is.
Christian says you are looking so dashing, my love, and that is to Jordan.
Of course.
Dashing and daring, courageous and caring.
All right. Well, before we get going here with our first topics for Figure of the Year, I want to remind everybody to embrace all things attitude with the Monsters with Attitude clothing and swag line. Go to tpublic.com and search MWA in the search bar. That's MWA in the search bar, and rep your favorite podcast. Give your new swag a little attitude and help support our show and help us keep growing. Again, that's tpublic.com and actually search MWA in the search bar. for us. We would greatly appreciate it. Helps us continue to grow the channel, do giveaways, bring guests to conventions, and all of that other really, really fun stuff that we do. All right, enough of that. Let's move on. I think it is time for our very first category for Figure of the Year.
Absolutely.
Oh,
And here we go.
Good Lord.
Oh, wow.
First topic and category for this year's Figure of the Year is Best Comic Book. Third place, which I have to admit was a little bit of a shock to me, was Mothra, Queen of the Monsters. That is third place. I have read that.
nice.
I think it was a very fun entry, maybe a little bit too fast-paced. I think there was a lot of really interesting elements in this story that like Matt and I don't remember his co-author's name, but I think there was a lot of elements and topics that they probably could have fleshed out more, but just didn't have the time. And I wonder if that's why it ranked third. Second here is Godzilla vs. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Part 2. I'll be honest, I expected that to be number one. I really did. And two of my biggest, most favorite franchises of all time, Godzilla being one, Power Rangers being two. I voted for Godzilla Power Rangers. I'm not gonna lie, I did. And there was a lot of really interesting elements to this version this time. The Rangers themselves become the Kaiju Rangers, which is amazing. Harnessing the elements of certain monsters throughout the Godzilla franchise to update their suit designs and Zords, which is freaking phenomenal. And also Godzilla gets to wear the Dragon Zord. Like, come on, guys, like that's amazing. And we're actually getting figures and toys of this stuff, which will be in a topic for a different time. But so it had to have been successful. I'm very surprised that this was second place for sure. Jordan, what are your thoughts? Third and second place here.
Being a proud owner of both of these comics, it was definitely a shocker to say the least to know that Godzilla versus Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 2 ranked number 2. That was the breadwinner of my personal opinion, comparing it to the 3. Matt Frank's work on Mothra, Queen of the Monsters, I mean, regardless, his artwork is absolutely amazing. And I believe when me and Adrian had interviewed him, he was our podcast here at MWA. It was the first time he had actually teased the works on the Mothra. So, yeah, that was another shocker. But nonetheless, everything that did come out as the top 3 for best comic book of 2025 definitely had, earned their rightful spots nonetheless.
I think it's interesting that the first category kind of had the first upset, in my opinion. Adrian.
Yeah, I mean, that's a perfect way to put it, Joe, because I also thought that Godzilla versus Power Rangers was going to win also. That was my pick. And this is probably the biggest category one of the bigger categories that really shocked me when it comes to upsets, because there are a few more coming. Just tease that out there a little bit. But this one really took me by surprise about the amount that Power Rangers lost by, is what I'll say to that. It was actually really even a contest between this and number 1, which is pretty eye-opening to me. And I was actually shocked when I saw it. So looking forward to see what everyone thinks of number 1.
Nerdy Nimbus.
Man, Mothra being there at third is pretty surprising to me. I personally haven't read that one, so I guess I'm gonna have to check that one out. With it coming in third.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
Sorry, Brandon. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, you're good, man. Go ahead.
Okay. Oscar.
Yeah, the Kaiju Rangers. I honestly, that was my pick. I was hoping it was gonna be number one, but I cannot wait to see who is the actual winner for this category. And of course, the third place, for Mothra, I'm good with it. It's like again, Matt Frank's artwork with when it comes out to comics, especially with the Mothra comics right here, it's beautifully well done, and I can't wait to see what other projects he's gonna have in the future later on. But yeah, so I can't wait to see what number one is on this one.
Sammy.
With my not super extensive knowledge, I'm a little surprised that Mothra made it into third place, because I figured with all the crossover comics, that would have been the top three, like Godzilla v TMNT and Marvel Cinematic Universe. So I have a strong feeling number one is going to be either of those two. It's probably going to be one of the crossovers. So, Joe,
Well, I guess there's only one way to find out. Let's go and see what number one is.
Oh,
best comic book. First place, the Academy goes to Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe. Listen, I guess I have to say that if there's a franchise that's bigger than anything out there, it's probably Marvel. So I can understand why this had the appeal. To me, I just would think that there would be more crossover with the tokusatsu brands, would kind of explode that into first place, in my opinion. But I'm not upset by this. This crossover is just incredible. I don't want to say historic, because Marvel had a run of Godzilla comics back in the 70s where Godzilla did cross over with the Avengers and Fantastic Four and certain other Marvel properties. So I can't say that it was like a first or historic, but first time in a long time. So I can understand why this is first. Jordan?
So, believe it or not, Joe, growing up, my knowledge of Godzilla comic book was very limited. But if there's one thing that I always did remember was Godzilla crossing over with Marvel. I never got the chance to get them. I do have a good chunk of them, but when word had it out that Marvel was going to branch out into collaborating with Godzilla once again, to me, that was extremely historical, and it gave me the outlet that I needed to be able to expand on my Godzilla comic books, revolving around it collaborating with Marvel. So, I mean, as much as I am a much more preferred Power Rangers Toku fan, comparing it to superhero IPs, this one for sure being one historical and, in my opinion, a rightful first place for best comic book of 2025.
Samson.
This was my vote back when we were discussing the top contenders, because I thought, man, what a cool concept. Godzilla facing off against all these different superheroes with different abilities. What can Godzilla take? Thor's hammer to the face, a punch from the Incredible Hulk, Captain America's shield to the groin. I mean, come on. He has everything. There's all sorts of things, and this is really cool. So this was my vote back when we were talking about the top one, the top contenders. So I'm happy to see that my prediction kind of came to fruition. Yeah, not kind of, it did. Woo!
I was gonna say,
Brandon.
I'm not surprised by this in the least bit. I mean, Marvel Comics has always been a major player in that space, obviously, and with the movies, it's skyrocketed even more, man. So this doesn't surprise me at all. I'm a little sad to not see the Turtles crossover up here, but that's okay. It is what it is. But,
so yeah, it wasn't a part of it yet because it's still ongoing. That'll be next year.
Oh, I got you. Was that
it's not finished yet?
Oh, okay. I thought that was.
I don't think it was it? Yeah, I don't think it'll be next year because it's still ongoing.
And the Justice League versus DC2 was that
same.
last?
Okay. Yeah, it was. It wasn't finished when we started the.
I got you.
The start of the voting. So those two will be next year's.
I got you. Okay. Yeah, this doesn't surprise me though. I'm not mad at this. I would have liked Power Rangers to take it, but I'm not mad at it.
Adrian.
Yeah, kind of the same as everybody else. It's not 100% surprising. Even though again it was upset, 'cause I really did think Power Rangers was going to take it because that's something we've been asking for years. But at least Godzilla crossing over with the Marvel Universe won. If anything else had to win, it had to be this, honestly.
Yeah.
Oscar.
Honestly, back in my mind, I was like, "Oh crap! I forgot there was the Godzilla and the Marvel, comics right here." I was like, "Oh well, hey, makes a lot of sense for it to be number one." I mean, yes, the Turtles. If it were to be done, I feel like for sure the number one spot it would have been either the Marvel or the Power Rangers. But hey, Marvel. It's a cool thing that back in the day we had Godzilla against the Marvel, and then having him facing him again for the newer generation is pretty sick. And yes, love the whole crossovers with all the heroes from the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, and then of course the Avengers and the symbiotes and all that against Godzilla. It's pretty sick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments what you guys think about this being the first place winner. We'd love to hear it. And moving on, we have our second category, which is going to be done by Brandon, which is figures under 50.
All right. So for figures under 50, in third place, we have the Funko Pop Movies line, the Deco Space Godzilla, which that one doesn't surprise me in the least bit. That guy is freaking amazing. The paint on that guy is awesome. So I don't blame you guys for voting for one of the best villains that Godzilla's ever had. So I guess we'll go down the line. Joe, what do you think about number 3?
I love it. I think it's no secret that I am a huge Space Godzilla stan here at the MWA. I think that he is arguably Godzilla's most powerful villain, possibly ever. And
Thank you.
Very excited to see Space Godzilla's appearance in Supernova. And
yes.
I will say this, I am a little surprised that he is third, and that I guess maybe the iconic crossover or historic crossover of Godzilla and Turtles maybe help edged out the Leo Godzilla over the second place. But to me, this is first.
Jordan.
I mean, I'm gonna have to dip my toe a little bit into what Joe had just said. This is the one I wanted to win first place, if I'm gonna be completely honest with you. But nonetheless, I am extremely stoked to know that it has been acknowledged amongst the top 3. Although it's not number 1, it is still a phenomenal Funko. And yeah, talking about Supernova, I can't wait for them to deep dive into a Supernova Space Godzilla Funko. I am extremely curious to see what type of gimmicks they would do with that. Would it be a special edition where like he's shooting out some type of gravity effect, whatever? But nonetheless, being probably one of the only true Funko collectors here at MWA, and this being a standout amongst my Funko collection, it is still again nice to notice that it has been acknowledged to be part of the top 3.
Heck yeah, man. Hopefully they don't spoil that Supernova design with toys.
So, oh my God.
We'll see.
Too late.
Oh, too late? Uh-oh.
It's out there.
Stay off the internet, guys. Except for MWA. Watch MWA. Adrian.
I really do love the Space Godzilla. It's probably my favorite pop figure that I've gotten this past year, and we've gotten quite a few actually. And I've gotten quite a few pop figures this year, but definitely a personal favorite for mine. So I'm glad I even made it in the top 3. And I'm not mad at it being number 3. I kind of hope that it would at least break the top 3. So I'm honestly happy with where it's at. Honestly, I'm not too upset about it.
Sweet, Mr. Articulated Pimp Simp. What are your thoughts, sir?
Well, me having the Space Godzilla in hand, I mean, obviously I don't have it no more because of personal reasons, but having it, it was awesome, badass. It was badass. I loved it. I just wish that Funko had it in the smaller box because I couldn't find a proper case for it, and it sucked. But nonetheless, it was pretty cool. And I'm glad it's in top 3. The crossover with Leo and Godzilla and Leo was, I'm like, wow, because I voted for that being number 1 because I think I did. Yeah, I believe I did. But I'm glad that these two are in the top 3. And number 1, I am very curious because I love, we're all blindsided here where who is number 1 on each categories. But yes, I love where these figures are placed right now. So yeah,
you might have a bit of an idea. Mr. Samson West.
Not surprising. With the popularity of Space Godzilla, this radical, super ferocious looking sculpt, and the Funko Pops, I mean, they're an explosive product. People are collecting them out the wazoo. Yeah, wazoo, that's a word,
They're
right?
so hot right
and yes, so super hot right now.
They're so hot right now.
So it's not surprising. I believe when we were discussing what we thought would be the top 3 during our contender show, this was something that y'all had mentioned. So yeah, hallelujah.
Heck yeah, man. So moving forward, number 2 is no shock or surprise. This was my number 1 personally, but I'm not mad at number 2. That's the TMNT and Godzilla crossover by Playmates, Leo X Godzilla. I'm super happy to see this in the top 3. Like I said, this was my number 1. This crossover is great. I think especially the Leo, they did a really good job with mashing them together. I mean, the atomic breath swords are just amazing to me. I love that. And the rest of the line, the rest of them are okay, but I think this is definitely the best one out of the 3 that we've gotten so far. So Joe, I'll go to you. What are your thoughts on number 2?
I mean, I kind of touched on it. I think that Space Godzilla should have been, if he wasn't number 1, he should have been number 2. But I understand the mass appeal of Turtles and Godzilla and that crossover being historic. So it's all good.
It's all good.
Jordan.
This was my worst enemy of 2025, trying to be able to find something.
Did you
Yes.
get it? Did you get
Oh
it?
no, absolutely. And it was all thanks, dude. I found 3 of them, all in thanks to none other than the lovely Michelle.
Very nice, very nice.
This guy was, believe it or not, this was the last figure that I got to complete first wave, and this figure was hidden when she found it.
Like under the shelf, or
Like I don't know where she found it. She said she found it behind like a plethora of other toys. But needless
you
to
took
say,
somebody's score there.
yeah, you know what? It went to a better home. I tell you that much. But nonetheless, it does show
I agree.
that people are for this, you know, and for this to probably be one of the harder figures to find amongst the trio, definitely puts a smile on my face, you know, because it does show the recognition of Godzilla collaborating with other IPs is doing justice for our beloved King of the Monsters. So needless to say, Brandon, you said it best. This is the best out of the 3, and rightfully so. Again, this is another figure that I'm happy made it to the top 3.
Right. They must have got some new blood over there at Toho, because they're crossing over with everything, and I'm here for it.
For real.
All right, Adrian, what's your thoughts, man?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little disappointed that this got number 2. Only because, yeah, I do understand that is a huge crossover, especially with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And if you grew up a Godzilla fan or wrestling fan, I mean, more than likely was a Ninja Turtle fan also. So I get why it got number 2. I was just disappointed. I just wanted Space Godzilla to be a little bit higher. But I mean, it good for this crossover, that this is getting the acknowledgement that it does rightfully deserve with this awesome crossover, because with that being said, we'll get more crossovers in the future. That's what I'm looking forward to and happy about the most.
Right. So you're not mad at it being up here. You just wish Space Godzilla was over it.
Yes, exactly.
I got you. Oscar.
Well, I already said it earlier. Like, you know, I'm glad, you know, these. Now, again, number 1, I really wanted this one to be number 1, but hey, nonetheless, it is in the top 3, just like with the Space Godzilla. And yeah, enough said.
MWA Crew Funko Pops. Hey, an artist out there. Let's make that happen. Let's do it.
With removable beards.
Yeah.
Oh.
and replaceable hair. Can we get that, please? All right, Samson, your turn, man.
Yeah, not surprising. With the popularity with crossovers, this had to be in the top 3, and especially Leo out of the 3 that exist currently, the Rodan and the Ghidorah. The Godzilla had to be. He had to be it. I don't remember if the other 2 were one of the contenders, but this, yeah, well deserved. And I have a very strong suspicion what number 1 is. We'll see if my prediction from a month ago is right or not. But only you guys know. Well, some of you guys.
Maybe
We're gonna find
shall
out.
see.
I feel like
Do we-
it's a certain little yeah, something. All right. Yes.
Oh, that's right.
First place is the Ichibancho Godzillasaurus Rats. I don't think this one was a surprise to anyone. Well, maybe some people wanted the Mecha King Ghidorah. Maybe some people wanted the but this guy isn't a surprise to me. He was affordable, $45, I think. It comes with the little Dorats for you to throw in the trash if you don't like them. So,
Wow.
what I've seen is
Wow.
great. I love the Dorats. I was saying for people that don't like them. But yeah,
Have bad taste.
is great from what I've seen. I don't have this one yet, but it's on my list. But I can definitely see why it got first for sure. I mean, Ichibancho and Ichiban Kuji has been killing it this year. So with Godzilla, Dragon Ball, they've just gone crazy with a bunch of IPs. So I don't see them slowing down anytime soon. Joe, you got any thoughts on this one, man?
I do actually. I'm not surprised because of the lack of representation that we have with Godzillasaurus. Mm-hmm. Yes, we have the Bandais, but other than that, it's pretty slim pickings. So I think due to representation and lack of other options, it was a very hot and exciting piece for Godzilla collectors. Though I am surprised, I have to admit, that the Funko Mecha King Ghidorah was not in the top 3 at all. I just saw a lot of very positive chatter about that online, so I'm surprised that the top 3 weren't Space Godzilla, Mecha King Ghidorah, and then ultimately this. I am very surprised that the Leo X Godzilla made it in the top 3. But no shade, no hate whatsoever to Godzillasaurus.
Yeah, that Mecha Godzilla or Mecha King Ghidorah Funko Pop was great. That was a GameStop exclusive though, and I don't know if that was. I remember that being a little bit harder to find, if I'm not mistaken, but maybe I'm wrong. Jordan, we'll go to you.
I am going to say something that's probably going to stir the pot. I did not think this needed to be first place, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. Again, just I'm a hop back on the hype train of the Funko Space Godzilla. One, I would have never thought to have known that we would have ever received a Funko Space Godzilla ever in life. Let alone I guess a special color variant, if I may. But nonetheless, if there is one thing that I will acknowledge is that Ichiban Kuji has been on a roll with giving us our Godzilla needs. Revolving around collectibles. I mean, the Godzillasaurus with the Dorats is a touch and an amazing addition to add to your shelves if you guys do not own it already. But definitely a shocker. Joe, you mentioned Mecha King Ghidorah. That would have been another top contender for me. I feel like between the two companies that really made an impact this past year, it was definitely between a battle of Ichiban Kujis or Funkos. That's just my opinion. But yeah, this was a shocker for me personally.
Wow.
Hey man, everybody gets their own opinion here. It's all appreciated. But yeah, if you guys are interested in the Ichibancho, they did just drop their newest release on, I know, Big Bad Toy Store. So maybe check your local online retailers because they've got the new drop on there with the Batra larva and all that jazz. So, Adrian, we'll go to you.
Well deserved win. Absolutely well deserved. This thing is absolutely incredible. I already have this. I actually have 2 of these. Is how incredible this set is. Honestly, I love the sculpt on Godzillasaurus. The Dorats are adorable little extras. That again, I think we have almost no representation of Dorats. So the fact that we got that kind of put this release over the map as well. I think for a lot of collectors. So I'm definitely not surprised this one, and I'm glad that my number 1 pick got its number 1 spot as it deserves.
Does it scale pretty well with your X Plus at all, or?
Not with the, well, I would say with the X Plus, it could honestly could scale perfectly to be honest.
with the
If I have
91.
to really like, yeah, if I really have to like size up like that, add in realism.
Yeah, because I mean it's supposed to be smaller, right? So that would make
Yeah.
sense. All right, Oscar.
I'm actually surprised because I'm with the Funko Mega King Ghidorah train as well. Like that one really stood out to me. I mean, yes, we have zero to none. Well, almost nothing of Godzilla swords except for the Bandai figures, and I think for a model kit that's out there. But this is pretty cool, and yeah, the Asadorus is a nice add-on to it. I feel like what would have won me over for this is they should have added the time machine or the actual spaceship itself to go along with this for me to actually say okay, the number one, yes. But overall, hey, whoever that voted for Godzilla Source with the Doris, congratulations, your number one pick, it won it.
It's funny that you say that, Oscar, because I think that they're. Oh, thanks, Leslie. That's what I was wondering because I want to get one for my 91. So I was just trying to see how they scale with the X pluses. But it's funny you say that about the vehicles because I'm pretty sure Ichiban Kuji and Ichibancho is bringing out. Well, maybe not Ichibancho, but a vehicles line like a P1 rocket and stuff like that coming soon. I don't know if that's going to come over as an Ichibancho release to the US. I hope it does because we really need some vehicles. So we'll see.
Cool.
Samson.
Oh God, where'd I go? So price
Kristen covered
points.
you up.
Price point. I wouldn't want anybody else to cover me up. Price points, detail, the little extras. I mean, come on. It's top notch. I called it. I said that this company's been knocking it out of the park, and this is a rightful win.
I agree. They have been killing it this year, and so far from what I've seen of 2026, they're going to continue to. So, yeah, that's best item under 50. So, congratulations to Ichibancho and Ichiban Kuji. Let's go.
Yay.
All right. I think our next topic is articulated, Mr. Solis.
All right, folks, step aside. Okay, now it's
Ooh.
my turn. All right. So for third place, we got the Hyatt Toys Godzilla 1991. Obviously, like with this release and the announcement of Godzilla 91, it was pretty cool. And also another cool thing is, people were complaining about the head sculpt, and sure enough, Hyatt listened to the fans, and whoever that bought it first, like the first batch, it came with the second head. But the ones that got the second batch, they already went ahead and got the second head automatically instead of having two of them, which is pretty cool. And for second place, I was a bit surprised on this one, is the Godzilla 2000 from SH Monster Arts. And it's pretty cool. Like, a lot of people were going crazy with this one, especially how the articulation on the tail was, the paint job, the scaling and everything. So it's pretty cool. We have the 91 and, of course, 2000 right there for third and second place. So let's see. Jordan, I'll let you go on first. What are your thoughts of these third and second place?
Oh boy. What do I have to say about
Here we go.
That's not good.
the Haya Godzilla 1991 is on the top of my bucket list of wanted articulated figures.
Oh,
Never mind.
If I am going to be 100% honest, like I mentioned last time, we went into just discussing the nominees for best articulated figure. I had stopped collecting articulated figures. The last one that I bought was the SH Monster Arts 1972 Godzilla, and there is nothing else that I acquired afterwards, just because of one, at the time, the price points, just the amazing posability and just the accuracy and the attention to detail that made it a much more fulfilling figure from that of SH Monster Arts. But I will acknowledge that between the battle of Haya and SH Monster Arts, or just the SH figure line in general, Haya is superior. And looking at what they've been doing as of late, it goes to say that for me to want the 91 Godzilla speaks volumes. So I am currently on the hunt for that.
Rare.
Cool. Wow. Cool.
Wow.
All right. Let's see. Samson, I'll go with you.
I am a little surprised that 91 got third and not second place because of how much better Haya has been doing with their figures and their price points and their sculpts and everything. Didn't see this coming as far as Godzilla 2000. I figured that it would have been one of the other Haya toys. Like all three would be Haya toys, like the Godzilla Evolved, this one, and then my first place. We'll just wait and see what it is, but I'm pretty sure I know what it's going to be. So a little surprising that Haya made it to third and not second, and SH made it. Yeah, I'm just surprised because everybody was praising this figure. I don't do the SH collecting at all myself, or articulated collecting myself, just like Jordan said. But I can acknowledge that as Haya Toys, let's get it together, Samson. Haya Toys is killing it, and I would have wanted that to be second place over third.
Oh, nice. Joe, you're up.
Not a big secret here at MWA that I am not the biggest fan of articulated. Monster Arts' quality control issues really turned me off for a long time. But I will say that Haya has just looked increasingly more popular, increasingly more made me more optimistic on articulated, and they've even kind of worn me down to where I have pre-ordered my first articulated figure and many a moon from them. I don't have it quite yet, so we will see once I actually get it if I like it or not. But as far as Haya being third and Monster Arts being second, I would actually flip those, in my opinion. Just visually looking here, I'm a big fan of that 91 sculpt. It looks really good. So much so that I am honestly contemplating pulling the trigger on a 91 Haya. So very interesting, to say the least, to see this third and second place. Both look good from a distance. I don't actually own either one, but very impressed with Haya. Very impressed. Yeah. That's all I'll say.
Nice. But hey, Joe, if you ever need any other opinions, I have it. It's a beauty. I'm telling you, it really stands out. Brandon, you're up.
Dude, these articulated figures are really growing on me. I don't know if Joe said that, but they really are. The 72 was great. I'm really sad that I didn't pull the trigger on that one. This 91 looks amazing. I'm like Joe. I'm probably gonna have to get that one because 91's my favorite Heisei design. So, I think I voted for 91 to be first just because of the design. But I'm not mad at it being in the top three at all. I would switch 2000 to third, but that's just me. But yeah, I pre-ordered the 75 that's coming out from SH Monster Arts just because it looks really cool. And then this 91 looks great to me. So yeah, love the 91.
Cool. All right. Adrian, you're up.
Third, the 91 Haya is third behind a SH Monster Arts figure is absolute blasphemy. I know the SH Monster Arts 2000 does look amazing, but we know we've been talking about this for the last couple of years with Haya and SH Monster Arts. Haya's been kicking SH Monster Arts butts for the last few years now, and the fact that we had the audacity to put 91 behind 2000 is absolutely wild to me. But you know what? I'm gonna shut up. I'm keep my mouth shut until I see what number one is. All I know is it better not be a SH Monster Art that gets number one. I forgot what won this category, but I swear to God, it better not be SH Monster Arts. But we know that Haya is king of the articulated figures, and you can at me at that.
Let's get a viral crash out here at NWA.
Oh, yeah. All right. So number one is.
Yep.
Yes. Yes. So, I'm a bit surprised, but not surprised. But yes, the Haya Toys 1991 King Ghidorah is number one in the articulated category. This figure, when it first was announced, I don't have it personally, but this figure is a beauty, and I've seen reviews, I've seen people articulating it and all that stuff. Hell. And I forgot to mention this with the Haya 91. Some collectors are actually balancing them, both Ghidorah and 91 Godzilla on their tails like if they're freaking meditating. Believe it or not, they pull it off great, and they're perfectly well balanced, and the wings, they don't break or anything like that. I mean, yes, it's gigantic. It's huge. It would take up a lot of space for anyone that has like a small shelf display, but it has a strong presence. And obviously, I'm not gonna get this one. I'm gonna wait for the Mega King Ghidorah, because it really is cool. But yes, whoever that voted for 91 King Ghidorah, congratulations. Samson, I'll go with you first.
I was gonna say this is what I voted for, and I figured just because of the size, the sculpt, and it being significantly better than the SH Monster Arts, and it not being as fragile, and people not being scared of the SH Monster Arts line or the Haya line anymore. This one was my vote, and I'm glad to see that it won.
All right. Brandon, you're up.
I'm never mad at a Ghidorah winning anything, especially 91 and Haya. I mean, yeah, I can totally see why this would win. So I'm not mad at it at all. Those tails look crazy good. So yeah,
Yes, sir. All right, Adrian, you're next.
This is as it should be. This is as it should be because I do have the 91 Ghidorah in my collection also, and that thing is absolutely phenomenal. I keep going back and forth if I want to get a 91 to go with it. I've had opportunities to grab it. I don't know if I'm going to yet, but the 91 King Ghidorah itself is absolutely incredible. It's the only reason why I didn't get the Ichiban Kuji 91 because the Haya toys actually knocked this out of the park. And honestly, I might be happy with this one, honestly, to keep it 100.
You're not a double dipper?
Okay.
No, I am not.
Wow.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I did not know that, Adrian. Jordan, what are your thoughts?
Well, I'll say this. Leslie brought it up best. Tell me you didn't get that SH Monster Arts Godzilla 2000 without you didn't get it. Thanks, dude. Yeah. Kind of completely disregarded the acknowledgement of what came in second place. It should have never been second place, in my opinion. The SH Monster Arts Godzilla 2000 is trash. But this figure alone when it came out was proof in the pudding as to why Haya is or will always and forever be triumphant up against SH Monster Arts. Because comparing it to any of their previous Heisei Ghidorah iterations, they've just been nothing but just straight garbage. Always having to feel like you're walking on eggshells, trying to display it, trying to have it, balanced with, your wherever it is that you have it displayed in your collection. With the King Ghidorah coming out with, bendy wires for the wings and it being a very soft material plastic amongst the rest of the majority of the body, comes to that this was a right choice. And one, not only that, but it is far more accurate than what SH Monster Arts could have ever came up with. So I'll give my props to Haya Toys because rightfully so, Adrian said it best. We've been praising their work for the entire year or since when they originally came out. Haya is the king of articulated figures and they are for the fans.
All right. And personally, like what you said, Jordan, I cannot wait. Well, obviously, hopefully it happens for Haya Toys to go ahead and tackle the Showa era. I cannot wait if that were to happen. If it does happen, that'd be like a great way to end my articulated journey. Joe, what are your thoughts?
This just goes to show that my points of loving Haya and the fall from grace of SH Monster Arts continues. I'm happy that Haya won. I think they deserve it. I am still utterly disappointed and a little bit disgusted with the quality of the initial releases of Monster Arts. And I actually have the original SH Monster Arts 91 Ghidorah. Wing completely sags. There's massive gaps in it. It's disgusting for how much I paid for it. How just crap it looks now. So I'm happy that Haya learned from their mistakes and released something that actually looks good and is not embarrassing. And I understand that Monster Arts allegedly fixed their quality issues with their re-releases, but the fact is I still dropped $200. Are they going to refund me the $200 to go buy the one that actually has the problems fixed? No. Well, I didn't think so. So yeah, very happy that Haya won. I still don't think that Monster Arts has done enough to fix the bad taste that some original collectors of them like myself have in their mouth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hear you, Joe. And you know what? Pretty much, I feel like instead of them, if you were to take away all those repaints or re-releases, and obviously, put in the newer figures, it would have been a whole different ball game. But yeah, congratulations to Haya Toys 1991's King Ghidorah for our best articulated figure. All right, let's go.
All right, the next category is best figure under 40 centimeters.
Ooh. What?
Me.
Wow.
Third place here, as we can see, is the FSL, the Baggin, if you will. And I am a little bit shocked by Baggin's third place appearance here, if I'm being honest. I definitely thought he would be a little higher. I didn't think that something that we got first ever representation of would be a third place. I figured that would be a little bit higher. Second place, probably first place, but I don't know. I'm shocked. I'm jumbling my words because this shocked me so much. Second place, we have the X Plus 75 here, and 74. Popular show, a movie for sure. Not surprised with the love here that it got. However, we have other 74s, and I feel like that the original Mechagodzilla and Terra Mechagodzilla, we've gotten a lot of figures from them, and I don't know. This is just my opinion. I don't know if it deserves to be second place, but that's irrelevant. The votes have been cast. Third place, Baggin. Second is the 74. I keep wanting to say 75. The 74, Godzilla. Jordan, what's your thoughts on this?
Listen, Baggin was.
That's what I'm saying, Alex. That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
You gotta crash out in the chat. Let's go.
Listen, if there's anyone that's going to do it, it would be. I think it's safe to say it would have to be between three: Corey, Alex, and Leslie. But no, Baggin was the one that I wanted to win one. I don't even think it should even be a ranking below the 74 Goji, since we, as you mentioned, we've had 12 iterations of Meguro Goji. Even though Meguro Gojo, well, it's technically 73. No, Meguro Goji 73 through 75. But yeah, being a unique character, although it's not the video game accurate Baggin, it is still one that you need to acknowledge that is truly amazing. And being a proud owner of such a magnificent figure, but nonetheless, it is definitely a shocker. Again, disappointed that it didn't come out as number one or not even number two. But for it to be, talked about in the top three, I guess it's something I could sleep on.
Jordan, I wonder if what you just said, it being the Gojiban representation and not the original Super Godzilla version, if that had anything to do with why it was third place and not. Because I will admit, this is cool, but I don't have the love for this version like I do the Super Godzilla version, both the brown version and the Toho visual CD-ROM version. So those two to me would probably have done number one. Adrian.
So I'm surprised by the order, but I'm not upset about kind of like everybody else seems to be in the chat. Cause I do have both Baggin and 74, and both of these figures are absolutely incredible. but I will defend the 74 because the 74 is probably one of the best representation of Godzilla that we have in the 25 centimeter line. So that's why I'm not upset about it being second place and Baggin being behind it. Granted, Baggin's a beast of a figure, absolutely stunning. But I do understand why, because again, the 74 is probably one of the best representations of Godzilla that we have in the 25 centimeter line for X Plus. So I'm not too upset about this, and I can't wait to see what number one is.
Samson.
Y'all are gonna find this weird for this to come out of my mouth. I feel like these two should be switched because of the fact that Baggin is such a cult fan favorite that to get a gigantic figure or a big figure like this for the first time, it probably should have been higher. I love me my 74. I own this one, and it was one of my grails because it was my first movie, and I am a 25 centimeter collector, so I wanted to finish off the Showa line, and I finally was able to with this guy for the most part. But I feel like because of the popularity and the cult significance of Baggin, he should have been higher. And I'm surprised that this Godzilla, Joe, you kind of said it, or you did say it. We've already seen iterations of him, whether it's Bandai or Safubi. So, yeah, I feel like Baggin should have gotten a little more love, but I'm not totally upset about this since I think that both look great. Adrian, you nailed it by saying this is one of the best, if not the best, 25 centimeter Godzilla sculpts that exists in the Showa era.
Oscar.
Yeah, I am a bit surprised that Baggin isn't number one, but not being number two, okay. But at least being in top three, because I feel like if he wasn't in the top three at all, I'd be like, what? Like, what? But yes, I would, Jordan, I'm agreeing with you, and of course Joe as well. Like, if it were the Super Godzilla Baggin design, or of course, yes, the Godzilla Tour Baggin as well, it probably would have gone higher, or maybe, yes, probably could have been number one. But who knows? Maybe all of a sudden this year or next year we get both Baggin designs released by X Plus. Who knows? But nonetheless, I am glad that Baggin is at least in the top three. The 74 Godzilla, yes, the 74 Godzilla film was one of my first Showa Godzilla films as a kid. I still had the VHS tape of it, and it is a cool sculpt. I am very impressed. I don't have it. I did have the Baggin, and it was great and imposing. And I just can't wait to see what number one really is. I'm nervous.
I think I know.
Adrian, did I go to you already?
Yeah, you did.
Brandon.
I mean, I'm going to echo everything that everybody else has said. I mean, I'm honestly kind of surprised that Baggin wasn't second or first as well. I don't know if it's the design, but, as much as the fandom has been clamoring for any representation of that guy forever, it's crazy that this figure wasn't higher. Maybe because we got the movie Monster Series 2 and that one was cheaper. I don't know. But I'm not mad at the 74 being there because this guy is beautiful. I'm going to totally back up what Adrian said. This is probably the best 25 centimeter sculpt that we've gotten so far for Showa, at least. With the Rick, it comes with interchangeable hands and all that. So 74 is my favorite film. I'm never mad at 74 or anything, being in top three. So no complaints from me.
I think I have a caveat to why Baggin's number three, actually. Because unless you've been a Godzilla fan for a while, a lot of fans don't know about Baggin, honestly.
Yeah,
so
true.
Baggin Made has been just too under the radar for people to vote on this year. And if that's the reason why, I completely understand that. Because we did get a lot of votes, especially for this category. So maybe it's just the lack of knowledge behind Baggin probably is why it got number three. So that's my justification for it.
Yeah, especially for the younger generations or the generations after us. I feel like it was our generation that really knew Baggin and was like, oh man, we need representation for this guy. So you're probably right. The newer generations may not know Baggin as well as the older
old guard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're saying that they suck, right?
No, not at all. I'm saying that their style sucks.
You guys heard it here first. You guys heard it here first. The new generations suck. And the older generations, only our generation is awesome.
Yep.
We're the best.
Yeah.
All right, so we got third and second. Let's see what first place is.
It's gonna be
Dang, wow.
Yes.
It's the Ichiban Fuji Mecha King Ghidorah. I cannot say that I am surprised. I have been hyping the Ichiban Kuji train longer than most. I think that it is, for the price point, some of the best quality figures you will get. X Plus quality for honestly way under their prices. Now, it isn't always going to be as the scale of an X Plus. They might be a little smaller or whatnot. So there's that to factor in. But quality, just look, articulation, I'm for it. The representation factor. I love it. I think this is well deserved. Still a little shocked Baggin didn't maybe compete for first place, but if he was going to lose, I'm glad that he lost to the Ichiban. That's for sure. Sammy, let's go to you first.
Well, once again, man, I am 4 for 4. I have guessed the winner of every category thus far. So, man, I need to go buy a lot. I need to get a lottery ticket. Holy crap. Yes, because of the fact that we were teased the X Plus forever ago and it never came to fruition. And Ichiban Kuji put out this brilliant sculpt, the scale, the quality, everything about it. It's phenomenal. I don't have it personally, but this is the one that I thought was going to win. This or the standard Ghidorah. But because of the underrepresentation of a large scale, accurate Mecha King Ghidorah, that's why I voted on him, and I'm not at all upset.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go buy a lottery ticket. Hang on. Can I buy them on the internet?
No.
Jordan?
Yeah, buy me one.
I think it's safe to say, or at least I hope you guys would already be in the loop regarding this. I'm not the biggest fan of the 91 representation of King Ghidorah, let alone same goes to say for Mecha King Ghidorah, but I will admit, yes, Joseph.
Everybody disregard what Jordan is about to say because he likes the GMK Ghidorah, which is
Yep.
by far the worst
Yep.
Ghidorah. He likes chicken feet Ghidorah.
Does that
Literally,
automatically
the only
nullify your
version of
opinion?
Ghidorah that's worse than the GMK is the Planet
Yep.
Eater. So whatever Jordan is about to say
100%.
is irrelevant.
Disregard.
Which I can't wait for them to do a GMK King Ghidorah to pair up with that Godzilla that's coming out. Ichiban Kuji, hear me out though. But other than that, I will acknowledge that this figure is absolutely amazing. I've seen it at hand in certain collector stores that I've walked into trying to aim to get it. And ironically enough, they would tell me that that specific figure wouldn't be for sale. It would only be for display and it's part of their personal collection that I am currently on the hunt for because we do not own anything like this. And again, for the price point and just how massive it is would truly be something worthy of having in anybody's collection. I said it earlier in the show, and we're going to keep on saying it throughout this entire Figure of the Year 2025 video. Ichiban Kuji has been on a roll, and this is the best example to showcase that. Nonetheless, this is rightfully so one that deserves to be in first place.
Absolutely. Leslie says, sorry, the FSL Shin and -1 are still better. Leslie, we addressed this on a different episode. The FSL
show
are in a are going to be next year's voting because of their release dates. We did not include them. I know, Leslie, you are severely older than us and have memory. Significantly older than us, and you need some of that Prilosec LTC or whatever it's called for that memory, or whatever, whatever it's called for your memory. That's all right. That's all right. Let's see. I went to Sammy, went to Jordan, Adrian.
Yeah, That's funny. You took the word out of my mouth about Leslie. I was just about to say that, but yeah, Joe, you're absolutely right. Me and you have been on the Mecha King Ghidorah Ichiban train since the beginning, since the release came out, since we got things in hand. And as it should win, it definitely was going to win this category by a landslide. It didn't matter who was up against it. This year for categories, this was going to win this category. Now the question is this the only award it's going to get? I guess we'll find out.
Oh boy,
Brandon.
I love this figure. As you guys were talking about it, I literally just pre-ordered it. So
Nice.
every time you guys bring it up, I'm like, man, I need to grab this. So I just went ahead and did it. But yeah, this thing is awesome. It's super underrepresented. It has been for a long, long time. So yeah, I'm super happy with this being number one.
Well, since Joe stepped out first, let's go. Just go to Oscar.
Oh, okay. So for my thoughts on this, yes, I'm Jordan. I'm with you as well. I'm not a big fan of the 91 design of King Ghidorah, but I do love the Mega King Ghidorah. But of course, the one that is the best out of these is the Grand Ghidorah, in my opinion. But yes, 91 from Ichiban. It's crazy. I am very happy for everyone that has this because again, X Plus. They could have done this a long time ago, but they never did. And seeing that Ichiban did this first before them, it's just mind-blowing. I cannot wait for them to do more. Yes, Jordan, eventually they will do the GMK Ghidorah. I would be very happy for you for that. But I cannot wait for a Grand King Ghidorah and or a Death Ghidorah or even a Cretaceous King Ghidorah as well. So, yeah, that's my thoughts, y'all. Again, congratulations for the 91 Mega King Ghidorah from Ichiban.
I saw some people talking about pre-ordering it and they missed out. This guy is on Amazon right now, but the price is going up. So if you're interested, Amazon, I would do it sooner rather than later because he's going up in price. So just FYI.
And now we just made him better.
Right?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. My camera went down. Did everybody get a chance to talk?
Yeah. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Moving on to the next category, Best Sofubi, Jordan.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Wow.
Yep. Wowzers.
Wow.
So, being that these most recent years I've been on a hunt trying to collect a decent amount of Sofubi, and rightfully so. These are a line of figures that I'd always recommend anyone to try to tackle on if they are interested into the Godzilla collector's perspective. So ranking at number 3, we have none other than the T-Base Space Godzilla from Summer Wonderfest 2025. This was an eye catcher for every Godzilla fan. When the images started surfacing on behalf of T-Base, and even Wonderfest, and these sold like hotcakes. They were very hard to come by during aftermarket prices, but nonetheless, this was a must-wanted piece that anyone wanted to add to their collection, and rightfully so. Second place is the Spiral Studios TYG Toy Godzilla 1984. Now, there are multiple different variants. This was the one that they had came out prior to the Howler as well as the Cybots. Not going to lie, this was a shocker, to say the least, because I personally felt like TYG Toys had came up with a plethora of other more worthy contenders, but most of them were repaints. So I did have to remind myself that continuously. But I mean, also being that last year was also the anniversary for the American release of Godzilla 1984, being dubbed The Return of Godzilla or Godzilla 1985, whatever you guys prefer calling it. Needless to say, it was only right that they were going to be able to showcase some type of love in a Sofubi style for just the early Heisei era Godzilla design. Joe, what are your overall thoughts on what it came out in third and second place?
Listen, The Frog Tree Space Godzilla should have been number one. I am in love with that mold, that sculpt. As I said when we were talking about the Funko, Space Godzilla is one of my all-time favorite Godzilla villains. I think he's so unique, so damn powerful, so visceral, and just cool looking. And I love these colors as if we have a burning version of Space Godzilla. So to me, Space Godzilla is number 3. And I'm sorry, who did this 84? Did you say it was TYG?
Spiral Studios, TYG.
Spiral? Okay. I'm sorry. All due respect to Spiral, it looks cool. It's interesting, but I don't think it's anywhere near as cool as the Space Godzilla. My vote for number 1 is Space Godzilla, was Space Godzilla, and forever shall be Space Godzilla.
Adrian.
I'm shocked as well because I know that TYG 1984, that wasn't readily available for collectors. I think they only made what? If I remember correctly, like 100 or so pieces, give or take. So I'm
around there.
Floored that actually got second. I'm not mad because I love 1984. So that's my bias. But I'm honestly floored because the Frog Tree Space Godzilla is absolutely a stunner. And it's not what I voted to win this category, but it definitely should have been second place over the 1984. I'm sorry. I'm not mad since the 84 is my favorite movie, but I am shocked that the Frog Tree Space Godzilla didn't get second place, if not first. That's absolutely wild to me, to be honest.
Right. I couldn't agree more. Really quick, before I go to you, Brandon, I would just like to acknowledge my screw up on calling this the T-based Space Godzilla. And I'm pointing at a specific individual that's watching. You know who you are. All right. There you happy to all right. Dude, you can't lie. T-base between T-base and Frog Tree, they've been going on a tantrum with freaking releasing a crap ton of awesome Sufubis. But that's a whole nother topic. Brandon, go right ahead, buddy.
Man, well, first off, I'm looking at the chat. We've got like 30 people watching with us, which is awesome. So we all appreciate you guys being here. Yeah, round of applause. I agree with everything that's been said. I think that the Frog Tree Space Godzilla should have been over the 84 personally. Let's not pretend like any of these are super available for collectors, but I'm with Joe. Space Godzilla is one of my favorite villains of all time, and that Frog Tree, especially that colorway and the green one that Joe has showed off, is just amazing. So I would have gone 84 Space Godzilla, and then I think we all know who number 1 is. So yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll see what came up at number 1 shortly after Oscar and Samson answer. Go ahead, Oscar.
Blasphemous. I was so bummed out. I had to finish the last of my donuts. But yes, the third place is Space Godzilla from Frog Tree. I really hit it on being number 1 for the category. And yes, this is a beautiful paint job. And yes, Joe, seeing that green variant that you had, I never knew they even had that variant. And then, of course, there was a third one that was like a violet, bluish, translucent kind of color as well. I would kill to have this figure in my collection because I just love how the Space Godzilla looks. Like, it's very unique. It really stands out. And, of course, the 84 Godzilla, yes, Adrian, I believe, it was like around 100 or between 100 and 200 pieces on that. And I barely even see people even actually posting or saying that, oh, I have this. I see more people getting like the Space Godzilla. Yes, both, especially the Space Godzilla, are very pricey in the aftermarket. But I feel like, people really would kill to have that Space Godzilla a little bit more than the 84 Godzilla. But nonetheless, I am still happy that it is in the top 3. I just wish it was number 1. That's it.
Sammy.
Well, as Jordan said, the T-base Space Godzilla, I feel like it should have been higher up on the list because T-base is knocking it out with their sculpts and their figures. I love what T-base has been doing. All the T-base green Space Godzilla that Joe was showing us, the T-base that Eric has showed us. Oh man, such good sculpts. So
From who again?
All right, so with the frog tree, I felt like that should have been number one. I felt like frog tree should have knocked it out of the park in all categories, third, second, and first. Yeah, this is, I mean, sure, 84, it has some love, and this is a super screen accurate with a cool train, but no, the whole point of Safubi is having radical, colorful, different sculpts and paint schemes and all that kind of stuff. So for the 84 to just be a very standard, how could that have gotten second over the T-base frog tree? So yeah, I don't know. I really feel like the Space Godzilla should have been leagues in front of this guy. And
poor Jordy.
I can't stand you guys.
Hey, Jordan, you don't have to. You don't have to stand. You're sitting down, so you're fine.
Oh, was there something I said? What happened?
I don't think it's everything perfectly fine. I thought Samson.
No, I echoed what he said. So yeah, the information was proper and true. So I just said what I was supposed to.
Well, I appreciate that very, very much so, Sammy boy. Absolutely.
Oh, for sure, man. I love you, buddy.
So now we will deep dive into what it came in first place. Are you guys ready?
Oh, there we go.
I don't know.
Yes.
Come on. Oh, wow. Wow.
What?
This
Wow.
is the only first place tied. Regarding this specific category, this is the only category that had two figures come out in first place. It was a tie.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Have we ever had a tie?
No,
Yes.
we have not.
We've had in the past.
Wait.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, we have. But not for first place.
If this is the first, I am happy to deep dive into what came out.
Yeah.
First place being the tie between none other than what you see right there in the Mondo Aztec King Ghidorah and the Frog Tree Godzilla vinyl art Burning Godzilla. These are figures that I am still on the hunt for. I'm waiting on to see what other color app we will get for the Aztec King Ghidorah. Hopefully, they're not done with giving us more color applications for the King Ghidorah. Nonetheless, I was able to see this at hand. I believe, Joe, you own the Aztec King Ghidorah. I could be wrong. And that figure is an absolute beauty. I seen it firsthand when I attended New York Comic Con. This was at their Mondo booth, and it was just like jaw-dropping. As well as the Godzilla vinyl art Burning Godzilla. That monster is an absolute beauty. I do know that there are other color applicants that people are able to, take a hold on if those are the colors that they prefer. Nonetheless, it was without a doubt two figures that I knew for sure needed to be acknowledged at their purest form. But to know that they came out as a tie in first place definitely solidified why collecting Safubi is the best way to express your love for Godzilla collecting. Joe.
Man, if Space Godzilla is going to lose, I guess it's okay if he loses 2-on-1. The Frog Tree Burning Godzilla here, really cool, very interesting. I believe Eric has this one, and he showed me it.
He does.
It's a very beautiful, unique piece, and I like that a lot. So it's really, if the Frog Tree is going to lose, might as well do another Frog Tree, As far as the Mondo goes, this is very unique. I love this idea of incorporating, Aztec, Mayan, ancient type of hieroglyphic elements into these monsters, and what they did with King Ghidorah is just beautiful. I am a little bit shocked though, because to me, I believe it's the Designer Con, which is the gold and black version of the Mondo, that to me is the one that just stands out and looks amazing. But this one right here is equally as beautiful in just different ways. So yeah, very interesting. I'll be honest, I still think that the Frog Tree Space Godzilla is my number one, but very interesting that we have a tie.
Adrian.
Well, there's gonna be a tie. It definitely had to be between these two because I haven't seen either in person, but I've seen Joe's King Ghidorah, and I've seen Eric's Frog Tree, and both of those do look incredible. And between the two, I really don't know which one I like more. So the fact that these two did tie is incredible, and two figures are completely deserving of the tie for first place. Again, the 84 could kick rocks, and if Space Godzilla was going to lose to anybody, it was going to either be the Frog Tree Godzilla or the Aztec King Ghidorah, because again, both of these releases are outstanding.
Brandon.
I love the burning T-base Godzilla frog tree. I love it so much. I love the cloud look on the tail and legs and all that. That is one that I would love to have. It's a little bit out of my price range, unfortunately, but I absolutely love how they did that with the smoke. The Aztec Ghidorah is great, also. I mean, these pieces. Sofubi is already art, but these pieces are going into a different realm of like almost pieces that you can put in your home, even if you're not a collector. You know what I'm saying? Like the Aztec Ghidorah, you could put that in like a Southwestern designed home, or the Aztec Godzilla, and that would fit right in. If you've got a more Japanese or Eastern styled home, you could put the Frog Tree Godzilla in there, then that would probably fit in with that aesthetic. So I mean, they're really leveling up these designs, and I'm here for it. So yeah, if two had to be up here, it's cool. It's these two. I would love for Space Godzilla to be a little higher, but I'm not mad at this either. So.
Oscar.
Oh, okay. Well, if for anything to be number one to be Space Godzilla, I would, yes, the Mondo King Ghidorah looks beautiful. It is amazing. And yes, of course, there is the Frog Tree Godzilla as well, which is cool. But shelf presence wise, the Aztec King Ghidorah, it just has that aura. Like it has that like, holy crap, that you have to take a second or third look, for whoever that comes in who's not a Godzilla fan or who isn't a collector at all, you're like, oh, what's that? I just love how, I'm glad the Urban Aztec is in there for number one, but it really did surprise the hell out of me that it was tied for first place. Especially, like for it being the first actual like category to be tied for number one. And yes, like what you said, Jordan, if Zofubio, it has that character, has that, that aura where like, oh, it stands out, and you have to have at least one Zofubio collectible. But yeah, congratulations for the Aztec King Ghidorah and the Frog Tree Burning Godzilla.
Sammy.
My vote was for the Aztec because of how beautiful the sculpt is, that it is literal art and excuse me, art in figure form. And I like, who just said it? Brandon, that you could put this in like anybody could have this in their home, especially a Midwestern or something. It matches that aesthetic. And so that was my vote. So to get a tie, it's understandable that it had to be a Frog Tree, because I was like, oh man, Frog Tree should have taken all three places, because it is literal art too. I love the vibe of like the ancient Japanese artwork with the smoke for the eyebrows and the shoulder accents and all that. It just, these are literal art pieces, and that's what Sofubi is all about. And I couldn't be happier that out of the ties, it was these two, because Radical, it was the one that I chose, and then one that's very popular amongst fans.
Right on. And that one best Sofubi of 2025.
Very nice. And it looks like the next topic will be model kits. But before we get into that, if I could ask all of you lovely watchers listeners with attitude to go and hit that like button on our show, on our videos. Do us all a huge favor, comment, but most importantly, subscribe. The algorithms and the analytics show that a lot of you watch who don't actually subscribe. So if you guys could do us all just a massive, massive favor, we would truly appreciate it. And ask for your humble little like. Sammy, you're up for models.
I am. Wow. So initially that wasn't my category, but now it is. So, all right. Looks like our top two contender third and second place. Let me get this together. What is it called? The Tease Facto Godzilla -1 37 centimeter, and then the Black Dragon Godzilla -1 35 centimeter. Ooh. This is my first time seeing these results. So I'm a little surprised by these getting second and third, because I really thought that one of these was going to get first, with the popularity of -1 still being, he's the poster child for Godzilla right now. But I'm going to give it to you guys and what you think. We'll just start from the top and go to the bottom like always. Joe, shoot it.
Man, I don't really do models, so I am like the worst person to have a review on these. So I will sit here and say this is exactly what I expected. Obviously, Tease Facto was going to come in third, and Black Dragon was going to come in second. I mean, hello, this is the most obvious choices of choices and stuff. I think they both look fantastic and unique in their own ways. Happy for the results, happy for the model collectors. I would be curious if we have some model collectors. I know Leslie, he's a big model guy, to hear what his opinion is on this, because honestly, I don't really have an educated guess on if this is a good call or not.
Okay. I'm going to change things up very, very slightly. Who do you think is first place? Do you remember the nominees?
Me?
Yes.
No. Absolutely not.
Okay. All right. That's fine. Okay, Jordan, what are you thinking about these two being third and second?
Being that I am new to the model kit collecting world, unfortunately, financially, unfortunately, but nonetheless, one thing I will praise model kits is that, they are nowhere near ashamed or afraid to deep dive into something different. Specifically talking about T-Factos. I am a follower of their works. There's actually two kits that I'm trying to get from them. One of them being the original concept art of what Final Wars Goji was supposed to look like. And speaking of, also did Godzilla versus Zilla, where Zilla's kind of like piercing through Final Wars, jumping over him.
Yep.
As for Black Dragon, I mean, oh my goodness, last year's Mega Gearus did it for me, and I'm like, oh my god, if we're getting that, or was it Black Dragon or W Dragon that did the Mega Gearus? I could be wrong.
Black Dragon.
Black Dragon.
Yeah.
Okay. So all right. So needless to say, and knowing that they are, close in with, X Plus, and hence the reason why they released a good chunk of their properties into a form of X Plus figures, and being that we had this in an X Plus figure form for -1, it's a no-brainer that these will be ranked as third and second, or just to be mentioned amongst the top three.
Okie doke. Adrian, you have your toes dipped in the model stuff a little bit.
I do, and both of these all are phenomenal kits. I know T-Facto is a little bit more a lot more stylized figures in it, but something about this Shin Godzilla standing upright the way he is was just magnificent. So I'm really happy that I got third place. Now the Black Dragon -1.
Shin Godzilla.
Yeah. You said
-1. Yes, -1. Yes, -1.
Shin Godzilla. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I think that's Shin.
Oh,
Man,
wow.
you said it right the first time, right?
As far as the Black Dragon -1 Godzilla, I'm really sad that got second place because I have the FSL one from this actual kit, and that looks absolutely stunning. As I said in the pre-show, that's my prediction with Figure of the Year next year. So I was really hoping that this kit was actually going to win Best Model Kit as well. So I'm very curious on what's number one because I don't remember the categories either. So I'm very interested to see what won this category.
Well, you will soon see. But before that, let's get to our mods. Brandon.
Nathaniel, I love you for that.
Daniel.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
Brandon,
boy.
go.
Oh, my turn. Yeah, man, I
Yes.
love the designs of both of these Shin Godzillas. I think they're great. The T's Facto design there. Nobody caught the Shin Godzilla? No? Okay. Never mind. The T's Facto there is great. I don't personally collect kits, but that design looks really cool. I like the alternate kind of reimaginings of the designs, and I'm honestly surprised that the kit's not higher because I got, like Adrian, I have the FSL, and that thing is amazing. So I can assume the kit is just as good, if not better. So I'm surprised that one's honestly not number one. But yeah.
Okay. Articulated Simp.
Pretty cool, that these two are in third and second place. But I'm actually glad they're not number one because number one, I hope to God it is the 65 Godzilla, being floating from the UFO. I hope that was number one because as great as these two -1 Gojis are model kits, it's pretty cool. And yes, I'm not a model kit collector yet. There is going to be that one model kit that's going to pique my interest, and I'm like, okay, I'm in that rabbit hole as well. But yeah, third and second place, pretty cool. They really do stand out. They have their presence, very detailed, and yeah.
Okay. I can't speak on Eric's behalf because I forgot what he said. This was his category, but initially I thought that number one might be the poster version of Destroya, that radical, ridiculous looking Destroya kit, or the Godzilla Jr., or the Godzilla 65 with the saucer, because those were all very popular picks. But I guess let's find out. And it
yeah.
It is indeed Ghost Godzilla 65. And this is with the orb around it. That's really neat. Okay.
Okay. Wow. I'm very happy now.
Well, yeah, we're gonna go from the bottom up this time since you're really excited. Yeah, Oscar, he won.
Well, Cesar, whenever you were explaining the other nominees in here, I'm like, oh man, it didn't win. But when when it first revealed, oh hell yeah, I love this. This eventually this should be in the FSL line because look at this. It's from a scene, and who knows, maybe for 2026 they could do the Godzilla's other buddy, and that'd be Rodan. Who knows? But yeah. Pretty cool. This is number one.
Nice, Brandon.
Yeah, this is the one that I voted for, and I forgot that it was even in the category. So there you go. But yeah, this is great. If I could afford it, I would definitely get this guy. I've wanted some kind of representation of this scene for a long, long time, and I'm so glad that Galloping Ghost has done this. So I think it looks amazing.
Very, very nice. Adrian.
Yes, as Leslie just mentioned, our friends at Galloping Ghost, Dark Mac did make this beautiful, beautiful kit. And I'm not upset. I'm definitely not upset that it won. We kind of got teased at it with it a little bit at G-Fest last year, and we love the concept, and to see that this actually won Best Model Kit is absolutely amazing. And hopefully Xbox has some sense and reach out to Dark about trying to get their hands on this because this would fly off people's shelves if this came up for pre-order. I know a lot of people are kind of scared of model kits on handling them and things of that nature. So having this in a vinyl form would be phenomenal.
Yeah, they really need to dip their toes into the scene capturing aspects like this. I would love to see that in vinyl form as well, since I'm not a kit guy. Jordan, go.
Yeah, no, this is the one I wanted to win. I remember Eric, or I think maybe you, Adrian, showcasing this to one of us, and it definitely caught my eye. This is a kit I will be on the hunt for, and hope and pray that I'll be able to have it displayed and done by a bunch of neat and talented friends of mine that do work on these model kits. So kudos to Galloping Ghost for coming in first place.
Yes, Joe.
Again, not a huge model guy, but if one company had to win, I'm so glad that it's Galloping Ghost. Doc Mack is a friend of ours, friend of mine. Been to his Kaiju Kubo and Galloping Ghost arcade several times, and just an all-around outstanding dude, and deserves every bit of success. And I hope this pushes people over the edge into pulling the trigger on something that they were maybe on the fence about.
Right on, right on. Do any of y'all have any interest in snagging this, or are y'all kind of the general consensus of maybe waiting for the vinyl model route?
Like I said, I don't really do models, so if this came out in a vinyl form, sure.
Okay. Well, yeah, this well-deserved win. I think this was a beautiful choice. Yes, absolutely. Woo-hoo!
Yeah. Next topics. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Sammy.
I was going to say this or that Radicals Destroya should have been the top, but this one, great win. But yeah, oh my God, it is still me, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Sammy, take it away with Best Bandai.
Oh, I have been looking forward to this one. Oh,
number 3 and number 2. So for 3 and 2, we have the new line with the giga-sized Destroya, which is a more accurate scaled representation of Destroya to go with the movie monster series, Burning Godzilla. And it's great choice. Because it's a new line, I can see why this would be in the top 3 for sure. And number 2 with the dancing Godzilla. Come on. Scene capturing, once again, it had to be in the top 3. I'm not surprised by this whatsoever. I'm happy. It's the only one that I have out of my entire category, honestly. I did not... I haven't snagged any of the other Bandais yet, and there are a lot. I had 15 in total. I think we all had 15 stuff in total, but yes, the 15. Mm-hmm. I only have the one. I got the one Bandai, and it's the Dancing Godzilla. I believe that was the first release of Bandai in 2025, actually. So that's what I snagged at the beginning of the year last year.
Yeah, was it February?
All right.
March of 2025?
I thought it was January, but that's why I was surprised. I thought that it was at the end of 2024, but it was 2025. We're going to go in awesome order. Joe.
Damn right, I'm number 1. Down for both these. Dig it. The Dancing Godzilla is an iconic scene. It's great that they finally did this in a figure form. Love it. Here for it. Very interested in the Giga size scale for the Bandai. I actually just recently picked this up. If you guys saw our last box day, haven't actually opened it yet, but Eric also has it, and he did, and he spoke very highly of it. So I'm very excited for this. Not disappointed or happy. Pretty expected this 3rd and 2nd place. So kudos to this. I'm interested though on what number 1 is. So help me to the good Lord upstairs. If it is Giant Condor, I am shutting this show down.
We all know who it is. I mean,
I am shutting this show down if it is Giant Condor.
Well, after our next 4 people talk, we're going to find out what is number 1. Jordan, you go now.
Between the best top 3 Bandai of 2025, the Dancing Goji is the only one that I do have. I am on the hunt for that Destroya. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not too mad with the placement of the Dancing Godzilla, but I am kind of shocked that Destroya came out at 3rd. There's a saying I live by, revolving around my Godzilla collectibles. I'm gonna go big or go home, and Destroya is definitely a big chungus in the Bandai Movie Monster Series lineup, or the Giga, from the Giga side of things. So, yeah,
I'm happy to see we have an accurate representation scale wise, because that's my obsessive compulsive, is having things scaling with each other properly. Adrian, how do you feel?
Well, I'm surprised that the story got 3rd. I'm happy it got 3rd though, because I mean the story came really late towards the end of last year. So I'm surprised it got so much love, and it deserves it, because I mean, again, it's basically a gigantic Bandai figure, which probably that goes perfectly with the Burning Godzilla. I don't have either one, but I would love to be able to see this in person myself. But the Dancing Goji getting number 2 is absolute horse poo. This is I'm not happy about this at all. This is definitely my pick to win figure of the year this year. I really wanted the Dancing Goji to win because I mean, of course, this is a very iconic scene from Invasion of the Astro Monster. They even put it in the most recent Ultraman movie. That's how iconic this scene is, and the fact that we haven't gotten anything like this in any other line, and how unique this is. There's no reason at all whatsoever that this thing should have got second place, and I call blasphemy.
That was a hot take. But we'll see if a more popular Bandai hits number 1 shortly. But first, Brandon, go ahead.
I do not have the Destroyer. It looks awesome. So I'm not mad at it being third. I personally voted for number 2, the Dancing Goji, to win. Like everybody else, I love this scene. And I'm so glad that Bandai is doing stuff like this. I think somebody mentioned in the comments, I hope they do like a Bubble Godzilla, Bubble Rodan, and keep doing unique scenes like this, because I think that will get them far. So yeah, I'm surprised that guy's not number 1, but you know, based on the comments, I think we may know who number 1.
Well, we have one more person's opinion to find out. Oscar.
Well, I mean, as cool as the Dancing Goji is, you know, of course, I did vote for the Giga Destroyer as number 1. But if there has to be a figure that beats the Giga Destroyer, I hope it's the 98 Godzilla. Please, no Condor. I do not want to look at a freaking turkey.
Well, the other contenders were Godzilla 89 with the Super X2, Mecha King Ghidorah, Burning Godzilla New Sculpt, Giant Condor, Posing -1, Flying Destroyer, Flying Godzilla 71, Super Godzilla, Juvenile Destroyer, 89 Godzilla, Aggregate Destroyer, Jaguar with Gigan arms, and the second release of Godzilla 2000. So, out of those, who do y'all think it's going to be? Well, we're about to find out right now. And the definitive winner for figure of the year was indeed the best of the best. No more.
Joe left.
Joe died.
Left. Oh.
It is the Giant Condor. It is the definitive Bandai figure of all existence. There's never going to be anything that tops this figure. Oh my God!
The show down. We're shutting it down, guys.
Y'all. I called it. I was like, okay, either people are gonna do a joke vote and make this one number 1, or they're actually gonna vote for like number 1, which I thought was gonna be Super Godzilla. But I believe, I guess people, they wanted an underdog, and it happened. All right, let's have our opinions here. We're gonna go with the man that is happiest in the chat, Joe.
Stupid.
What, you didn't pre-order this? It wasn't like an immediate.
I mean,
pre-order
listen, I have it. The whole representation thing, it's really cool, but I'm sorry. Like, let's be honest. This is not number 1. It's a joke. People are like just doing this for a joke, and hey, it is what it is. It is what it is.
It really is. It's. You can blame the fans, man. I didn't, even though this was my category, I didn't even vote for number 1. I wasn't adding to the joke. I said Super Godzilla. So, Adrian, go ahead.
I'm pissed. This is the category I probably get my eye on the most, and every day I just came up pissed off, and I stopped looking at it after like the last week or so, just hoping and praying that I was going to be wrong, because even though I voted for 65, I knew the Giant Condor was going to win, because I don't know, I don't get it. So somebody help me understand, because I don't freaking get the love for Giant Condor and this freaking Bandai figure. I really don't get it. I don't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, because this is absolute booty water. This is Trash. Trash.
Booty water
Oh
is
boy,
crazy.
booty water. Jordan, let's hear your happy opinion.
No. No. I'm done.
Actually, I want to rewind slightly. Joe, what was your number one vote? Who did you vote for Bandai? Who did you want to win?
I was actually a fan of the dancing. I thought that was unique. I think that was mine.
Okay, Adrian, you said the same thing earlier about it being second
Yeah.
place. You wanted it to be first.
Yeah.
Jordan, what did you want to be first? Who did you vote for?
Anything but this.
You don't remember?
Anything but this.
Anything.
Valid crash out. Brandon, go ahead.
My vote was the 65, the dancing 65. But this honestly doesn't surprise me. I don't hate this. Well, I don't hate the sculpt. I don't hate that we have it. Would I put it here personally? No, but you know, I think it's a meme at this point. So you know, yeah, I'm glad that we got this guy. Do I think he's the best? Not necessarily.
Dude, you just nailed it. It's a meme. It being Bandai figure of the year, it is a meme.
It's a meme.
That is,
and then when we get pissed about it, they flip it around like it's not a meme. So it's a reaction thing. So yeah, it's I'm glad that we got this guy because I love 66. I love the movie itself. But is it the best? We all know it's not. So at this point, it's a meme.
perfectly worded. All right, Oscar.
Next. Let's go. Next.
Oh man, well, that's internet culture for you guys. This was the Bandai figure of the year.
Ooh.
All right. I think honestly
We all
that was
know
the most
65 should have been there.
controversial topic of the night by far.
Unless we
But
get
that's all right.
overall.
The voters have spoken, and we here embrace everyone's opinions, no matter how wrong
Yep.
they are.
Yes.
Next
Yes.
category, please, is the next category.
Oh.
Is the best gigantic. Third place here, we have the Spiral Studios 1984 Godzilla. And second place, we have the Spiral Studios Zilla. Very interesting, two very, very different takes on Godzilla here. I like what Spiral did with the 84 when they first showed off one of their 84s. I believe it's what ultimately turned into this one. I thought the head was really off, and I think that they have a lot of work to do when they show off their protos. I think sometimes they're not, I don't know, sized the best or shown in the best. I think they should probably work on them a little bit more before they show off their prototypes or proof of concepts, if you will. Third place, rightfully so, 84, 85 is one of probably my all-time favorite Godzilla film. It was the first Godzilla film I've ever seen. So there's definitely a lot of nostalgia and love there for me. Zilla, man, I've said this a lot over the past couple of years. I refuse to hate that movie anymore. I spent a long part of my fandom absolutely despising that film, and I've kind of grown to appreciate it for what it is. And if you can look at it as just a normal monster movie, not necessarily a Godzilla movie, or maybe a monster movie in the Godzilla universe without it actually being Godzilla, it's actually quite fun and a very good 90s blockbuster flick. Back when movies were, just kind of like that fun, literally popcorn flick. So, no hate here. I'm okay with 3 and 2 if number 1 ends up being what it should be to wash off the taste of the giant condor. Adrian, what are your opinions on 3 and 2?
So of course, Joe, just like you, 84 is my favorite Godzilla and favorite movie as well. So I am a little bit biased. I feel like 3 and 2 should be switched. But again, that is only because actually last week I saw 84 in person, and this thing is phenomenal in person. It's incredible. But I have seen Zilla also, and that Zilla is top notch as well. So I'm not too upset about it. I would just switch them off from my point of view. But at number one, I know I remember what number one is. I'm not too upset that these two lost to number one. So I guess we'll get to that here in a second.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jordan.
Although I have yet to own anything Spiral Studios related, it does not go to not acknowledge that they have been putting in work revolving around specific figures of theirs, and these right here, you can't explain it better than showcasing these to be part of the top three. You guys know I make it loud and clear. I am far from a fan revolving anything about Godzilla 98 or Zilla. I will never acknowledge it, but this figure
Grow up.
no, shut up. As a matter of fact, you know what? Just to show how petty I am, here, get you right back below me. Oh, I can't even swip it, whatever. Doesn't matter. Epic fail. The Zilla is a magnificent piece. And this is saying a lot from someone that does tend to bash this iteration of Godzilla quite a lot. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Brandon, but before you go, I actually want to point out something here, and I think this is very, very true. The fact that Zilla 98 is in second place is a win regardless. Absolutely. Considering, I would say probably 90% of any media or opinion that comes out about this particular iteration of Godzilla is negative. The fact that it could be second place in a voting in a poll is pretty historic. So I think that's really important to point out. Brandon.
I would switch 3 and 2. Not because I hate Zilla. It's actually grown on me as I've gotten older. I would agree with Joe that it's a good monster movie, but it's not Godzilla. So if you can watch it as a monster movie, it is pretty fun time. I just like 84 better. The Spiral 84 looks great here. The sculpt is awesome. But that Zilla does look great as well. I mean, Spiral knocked that out of the park. I mean, they got the fins on the back, right, with the two kind of jutting out there. So yeah, I mean, both of these look amazing. But I didn't vote for either of these to be number one. So hopefully who I voted for is number one, but we'll see.
Oscar.
I am actually happy about this, for the third and second place. Yes, as imposing and as intimidating as the 84 from Spiral Studios is, I just love the pose more of the 98 Godzilla. Like, I actually like this pose a lot more than the running pose that they're doing for the Hall of Fame line. But, I would love to have both of them, but literally, like, if I really wanted one of these to actually have in my collection, shoot me in the foot, whatever. But I would actually go for the 98 because it has a more of a shelf presence as like posing wise and all that stuff. And also, yes, 84 Godzilla, it had a lot of work that needed to be done. And I'm very happy that Spiral Studios actually did that, But yeah, I'm happy about these third and second places.
Samson.
I was surprised that Zilla wasn't first place because fans have come around. I've come around. I watched the movie recently, and it is a fun flick as just a monster movie. It's not Godzilla, but it is still a fun monster movie, and the sculpt is great. So I'm not upset about this. Leslie nailed it with his comments about it being second place is an absolute win. And with the short amount of contenders, I think I know who's first, but Joe, that's up for you to tell us.
Yeah, and I do want to point out real quick before we do show off who got the number one spot, it should also be pointed out that the third and second place are the same company. So kudos to Spiral. Personal feelings about them set aside. Good for them. They had two banger releases last year, and I hope they continue. But with that being said, let us get to the number one pick, which better be... Heck yeah! The X Plus collaboration of Space Godzilla. This absolutely makes up for the abysmal giant condor being number one. Majorly makes up for Frog Tree Space Godzilla being in third place. This is by far my absolute favorite release of all last year. I want this so bad. I actually do not have it, but it is on the list of things that I would like to hunt for once the funds of having a baby loosen up a little bit. But man, so happy that this got number one. So impressive. Like Leslie said, it's a coked out, angry Space Godzilla, and I am here for it. Jordy, your thoughts?
This is the one I wanted to win. I did not think anything else came close, in my opinion. I've said this to Eric, actually. I mean, I think I've known I've made my opinion regarding this specific design quite loud and proud, especially with Easy Hobbies Omega Beast series. I am all for stylized variants of our beloved Kaiju. And they're another company that have been knocking it out of the park regarding stylized figures. And seeing the Space Godzilla in person in display, that was just, it's a magnificent piece. Oh my God. Like that is one I would kill to have in my collection. But I've made room for other things, throwing hints at, specifically, maybe an Omega Beast piece, but we'll talk about that later. But this is one that definitely deserves its rightful place as the best gigantic of 2025.
Adrian.
Wow, another easy hobby piece won another category. That's wild to me, honestly. Even though this thing, but at least from what I've seen pictures and stuff, it does look incredible. I haven't seen it in person, so I can't give a full review of it. But I'm not surprised that it won because this did get a lot of buzz when it got released with Omega Beast person. Then when X Plus collab with it, people were over the moon for it. So congratulations to them and congratulations to Space Godzilla winning.
Samson.
Yes, out of the other contenders, I'm glad this one won first place above the other. The other three that were left? I would not have wanted the gigantic Godzilla 2002 to win. It's just not a great sculpt. I don't remember what the other ones were, but no, this one well deserved. Radical sculpt. Space Godzilla is a vicious villain, and booyah to first place for this.
Brandon.
Yeah, this was my pick. I mean, I love Space Godzilla. I love the sculpt. It's stylized, but I love it. I remember seeing this when they announced the prototype at Wonderfest. I think it was 2020. Was it 2024 when they showed this? But yeah, when I saw it there, I was like, oh my gosh, that thing is going to be a beast. And I don't have it yet, but hopefully at some point I will have this because it's beautiful. And I'm super happy with it winning.
Oscar.
Congratulations to Space Godzilla. It's pretty cool. It's a bit stylized. It's pretty cool. It really stands out. So yeah, congratulations, Space Godzilla.
Right on. That'll do it for Best Gigantic. Next up is overall Best Company, and that is Adrian.
Oh.
The best company category kind of shocked me, honestly, because we know that we've gotten so much stuff this year from so many different companies that it was really tossing the dark on who was going to win this year. So of course, third place, good old Bandai, because the Bandai did have a lot of banger releases this year. So again, I'm not mad about Bandai being number 3. And then we have Hyatt Toys at number 2 with the amount of figures they put out this year and a lot of the praise that they've gotten all around the community. I'm kind of curious on what your thoughts are on this. Brandon, how about you go first?
I'm honestly surprised that Bandai is third. But, with another company putting out a lot of bangers, I'm not surprised at Haya being so high. They've been killing it too. So, I'm not mad at these at all.
Okay. Oscar.
I'm very happy. Even though Haya is not number one, I'm very happy it beats Bandai. That's it.
Bandai should have been number 3. I thought it was going to be number 1 just because of the popularity and the amount of bangers, like I was saying, and just why is it 3rd? Haya has some cool stuff, but it's not super out there yet. But I guess I'm not mad that Bandai's. At least it's in the top 3. I'm glad about that. But why is it above Haya? Or why is it below Haya?
You know what? The funny thing is, I didn't even vote for Haya for best company. Which is a funny thing to me.
Wow. So somebody out there is a traitor. Thanks. Great.
Joe.
I ain't mad about it. I don't really have an opinion one way or the other. I think Haya's been knocking it out of the park, but I think Bandai's done some really amazing things as well. So maybe I personally would have switched them, but it's all right.
Yeah, they've been doing amazing things like the giant condor.
Jordan.
Well, now that Samson brought that up, I'm actually glad that Haya beat Bandai. That will close my opinion on what came out in 3rd and 2nd place.
All right. Y'all ready to see what number 1 is?
I guess.
Yep.
Oh, God.
We already know.
All right.
I don't know.
Oh,
Number 1 best company is X Plus.
Whoa.
X Plus has been winning best company for, I think, the last, not consecutively, but they've won this category quite a bit. And I'm not going to lie, I'm utterly shocked that X Plus won this year because we did get a few good pieces from X Plus this past year, but not the sheer amount that we've gotten from every other company, including 2nd and 3rd. So, Jordan, what's your thoughts on X Plus being the number 1 best company this year?
It should have been Ichiban Kuji. There is no way that, and I've been keeping track of the polls, and Ichiban Kuji was up there.
It was.
Nothing was toppling it down from, taking its place from 1st place. And to see the top 3 and number 1 being X Plus, wow, we got some pretty colorful people in the community. I guess I'll keep it with that. But yeah, this was a shocker. I did not vote for this. I did not vote for any of the 3. So this was definitely a shocker.
Same, Jordan. Same. Jojo, how you feeling?
Pretty much same as Jordan. I'm a little shocked by this. I can't say that I'm surprised because I think X Plus still has such a positive following and elevated status in the community. But yeah, I would have had to have given it to Ichiban Kuji.
Sammy.
Lucy, you got some splaining to do. This no, I'm yeah, sure. X Plus is a popular brand, but they didn't put out enough. What we've been saying, bangers this year for it to be number 1. It must just be the fact that people know it so well and they love the company. I mean, I do, but I don't think that I don't think it should have won number 1. I'm shocked. I don't know. This is a little disappointing, to be honest.
Dang, 4 for 4 so far. Articulated Simp Pimp, what you got?
I voted for the Ichiban. I am very surprised. Like, wow, like Haya Toys had a little bit more stuff to show off. Bandai did as well. Ichiban had the most reveals, even from the Playmates, from the TMNT crossover. But hey, the voters have spoken, and it is what it is.
Lady Nimbus.
Man, I'm just shocked that, like the rest of you guys, that Ichiban Show or Ichiban Kuji didn't win. So that's, yeah.
Ooh, I guess we all feel the same. I guess we all feel the same way. And What about the chat? How did the chat feel, Jordan? I wasn't able to gauge it like I wanted to, but I feel like the chat kind of felt similar to us as well. I'm assuming.
Yeah, some were shocked. Another decent amount of chunk of people did admit that they voted for X Plus. I mean, Leslie's one that he's not shocked, but he also disagrees with this being ranked as number one.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, and Eric.
Eric in here.
opinion.
There, what? Yeah.
Way to make yourself known there, bro.
Man.
Yeah, this is probably the shock of the night. This is what I was mentioning earlier. This I had no idea Xbox was gonna win this category. I was like, "What? Excuse me, what?" But that's okay because now it is time for the main event of the evening.
Okay.
For the hundreds watching in attendance
Oh.
and the millions watching at home. It is time. Number 3 is going to be the Yu Sakai Godzilla Rebirth figure. And number 2 is going to be the Burning Godzilla from Frog Tree. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm absolutely shocked that the Rebirth Godzilla got third, but I get it because that is a figure that we've all been asking for at least since I started collecting almost 10 years ago now. So I'm not shocked that it's here. I'm shocked that it's here, but I'm kind of happy it's here too. Because as long as we've been waiting and wanting this figure to come out from Yuji Sakai, we finally got it. The fact that it got third is absolutely amazing, actually. Samson, we'll start with you. What's your thoughts on third and second?
I don't know. This is kind of concerning to me now. The fact that with the meme-ness of the Condor not being third or second. What's number one going to be? Oh God. So even though it was a funny joke for my category, I don't think it needs to be overall. It's probably not going to. I guess I'll find out. But yes, these two I'm not surprised by, and I'm happy with. But now you got me anxious over number one, what it needs to be, and what it's going to be. So,
Joseph.
I'm not surprised Frog Tree's in this. I am surprised Rebirth is. He didn't show up on any other category, so in the top 3. So I'm a little shocked that he made it in this one.
Absolutely. Jordan.
I'm not gonna lie. When the Rebirth Godzilla was announced and when pre-orders were dropped, I waited to see official reveals of like how the figure looked like, and I wasn't that much of a fond fan of it. But I mean, regarding the Frog Tree GVA Burning Godzilla, this being biased, this should have been first place. But I'm not upset neither. I know I had just badmouthed the Rebirth Godzilla, but I do know a crap ton of people that went high ends to try to grab it, and rightfully so. You know, it's the resurrected Godzilla Jr., so you have to. But I am curious to see what won best overall figure.
Brandon.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to echo Joe and Jordan here. I'm surprised to see, Joe anyway. I'm surprised to see Rebirth here. I was not expecting that guy to be in the top 3 at all. I'm also kind of shocked that the Frog Tree isn't number 1. So kind of excited to see what number 1 is. I have another idea of what it might be, but we'll see.
Oh God, Leslie, no, we're not going to do that. Oscar.
Bit speechless on third place, but hey, pretty cool. I mean, yes, I did see reviews and people having it in hand. Like, I'm just not a big fan of how the face looked, I guess, but it's still pretty cool. The Frog Tree, hey, whether it's first, second, or third place, it did earn its spot in the top 3. I'm very curious to know what's number 1. Oh.
So, are y'all ready to see what number 1 is?
I don't know.
Let's do it.
No.
Y'all seem nervous. Y'all ready? Number one, 2025 figure of the year is the GOAT, the very early favorite picked by me, by Joe, by pretty much all of us. Mecha King Ghidorah from Ichiban Kuji is the number one figure for the X Plus 2025 figure of the year. Joe, I know you're the biggest Ghidorah stand in here. What's your thoughts on this?
I'm happy. I'm very happy with the result. I'm not going to say that I'm not a little bit surprised. I didn't know if the Ichiban could overcome some of the biases or the propaganda of X Plus always having to win. So I'm happy with it.
Jordan.
When this won best overall figure under 40 centimeters, this is a piece that needs to be acknowledged by anyone that doesn't own this already. As much as I'm not a Mecha King Ghidorah fan, I will say again, this is a beauty. This is a must. X Plus didn't touch base on it, and even if they did, you would have to freaking pay a body limb for it. Whereas Ichiban Kuji, the company that should have won Best Company of 2025, they were very considerate with their price points and the accessibility that us here in the States are able to go to our local box lunch or any other comic book or collectibles store to be able to try to acquire this. So kudos to Mecha King Ghidorah from Ichiban Kuji.
Brandon.
Yeah, this is what I thought was going to be here, so I'm not surprised at all. Congrats to it. I love Mecha King Ghidorah. I think this is one that we've been wanting for a while, and the fact that Ichiban Kuji finally did it, I'm not surprised in the least bit. That's why I'm surprised they didn't win Company of the Year, man. Whoa.
The Michael B. Jordan of the show. That's hilarious.
It really is.
Funny because it's probably true.
It is, though, yeah. So, yeah, I'm not mad at it.
I am very happy. I didn't vote for this for overall figure of the year, but I am very happy this did win. And you know what's pretty cool? King Ghidorah in general won 3 categories. This is best overall, articulated, and Sofubi. And I think that's the most for like a certain specific character overall besides Godzilla. I think it was pretty cool. And also, yeah, that's pretty cool. And I'm very happy. And congratulations for Mecha King Ghidorah for being number 1.
Samson.
I'm glad, and yeah, you had me nervous there. If the voters were able to make Condor the number 1 for Bandai, then that left the window open for what they could do for overall. I was like, all right, are the voters really gonna? Are they really gonna go that far to make it? But I'm happy about. I voted for this one. I think it is the best overall out of the contenders for figure of the year. I didn't add to the meme or the joke of the Condor, so. Yes, if it did, I would. So, good job, voters. Good job.
Jordan, can you toss up Eric's question real quick? I think he has a good point. If he's not mistaken, this is the first win by a figure other than Expo Figure of the Year. Yes, I think so. I think it's been a while since Expo's been knocked off his mantle. And honestly, we kind of said that when we were doing this year, is this would be the year it's going to happen because X-Plus has kind of been declining as of late. So we had a feeling that eventually he's going to get knocked off his pedestal. And who better to do it than the mechanized three-headed dragon himself?
Good job.
Right on. Well, ladies and gentlemen, kaiju beast lovers of... Well, that sounded bad.
Whoa! Cut it off. Cut the stream off.
We are very exciting here at MWA of all things but that. That'll conclude the MWA presents the 6th or 7th annual, I forget, I lose count, Figure of the Year results show. To the esteemed Academy, my esteemed guests, thank you all so much for attending this illustrious. Congratulations, and to all the losers, better luck never, because you will not ever be considered again because you were released last year, not this year. But
Let's go to In-N-Out Burger to celebrate.
Yeah, go to Whataburger, In-N-Out Burger, whatever. But with that being said, some housekeeping before we get out of here. Coming up on our next monthly show, our deep dive episode, if you will, Mr. Jordan.
Yep. No problem. Should be up right about now. So we next month on the 19th, we will be celebrating the 30th year celebration of none other than probably one of the most influential and iconic shows within our generations, and that of Beast Wars Transformers. As mentioned earlier on, just to kick off 2026, we at MWO, we're going to be branching off into different properties. And I mean, what better way to segue into that statement than by talking about something revolving around the Transformers franchise? Although it is Transformers, it's safe to say that some Toku is revolved around the franchise. And so, yeah, we're going to be deep diving into just not only the overall show we grew up in, but also maybe other shows that you didn't know existed revolving around Beast Wars, including the Transformers Rise of the Beast movies. And of course, you can't go without saying it is safe to say you have to subscribe and have your notification bell buttons on for when we do a giveaway revolving around Beast Wars. So make sure that you guys do all of that by April 19th at 5:30 Central, 6:30 Eastern, 4:30 Mountain, and 3:30 Pacific time. So stay tuned for when we go live to go in depth in celebrating 30 years of Beast Wars Transformers, hosted by none other than yours truly.
Yes. So with that being said, we will. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm going to get to. Leslie has a quick question here for us I'm going to get to in a second. But before we do that, you guys, like I said earlier in the show, if you guys could all do us a huge favor, like our videos, hit subscribe. The analytics show us that a lot of people watch, but not everybody subscribes. It would greatly help our show. A lot of you have done that over the past 6 months. We've really exploded. But honestly, if I'm being honest, I will give you guys a peek behind the curtain. The algorithms of YouTube, I think because the show, our channel was created many years ago before a lot of us, Adrian created this before a lot of us even joined MWA. I think the algorithms honestly just bury our shows. Sometimes, some months we have amazing like explosive growth, and then sometimes it's like this weird thing where you have to literally search out every single word to find us, and it's like, I don't know, it's very weird and frustrating. So they say if you hit like and subscribe, it helps the algorithms. That's all I'm asking. If you guys could do that, obviously always don't be a host, share our show. That's super important. Follow the link tree to all of our other social medias. We try to keep you up to date on all the latest news and rumors and innuendos that are going on in the Toku, sci-fi, Marvel, superhero, wrestling world. Cover a lot of different topics here at MWA. But before we get out of here, let's ask this question from Leslie here. Leslie says, quick question. What would be your pick now, or who is in the early running for Figure of the Year 2026 this far? Obviously, we have a lot of year left, so we don't even have what everything's going to be out so far. And we have several different categories, so don't go through every category. Just pick one as something that you think stands out to you the most so far. Samson, I will start with you.
But I don't know because I haven't bought a single thing this year.
All right, Jordan.
All right.
I got 3. The Haya Godzilla 2000, the Omega Beast Burning Godzilla that will be coming out this year, as well as the X Plus War Greymon G Erosion mode.
Right on.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna say one, and what I think is gonna be the overall figure of the year. I've mentioned it before. I'm gonna mention it again. The FSL Godzilla -1, but it will be neck and neck with the FSL Shin Godzilla. Both of those figures are absolutely incredible. There's no picking wrong between those two. One of those two are gonna win. Bucket.
Brandon.
Same as Adrian. FSL 30 centimeter -1. This guy right here. He's amazing. No matter what variant you get, he's freaking amazing.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, Oscar. My bad.
I also have 3 options. Hayatoy's Godzilla 2000, the Hayatoy's GMK Godzilla, and also what was it? The Spiral Studios Hall of Fame Tiamat. I think that's Hall of Fame, but yeah, the Tiamat that's gonna be from Spiral Studios. Those are my 3.
You know what, Oscar? If the Tiamat could be, honestly, could be. I don't disagree with that. Mine, I think right now the FSL -1, the Ginza, I think is definitely going to be one that's hard to beat. However, I will say that the War Greymon Godzilla G Erosion mode hybrid, that is going to be a personal favorite of mine, I think, just because of my love for Digimon and Godzilla. So that'll be up there. The Great Clash Godzilla, I think, looks pretty cool too. That could potentially be something. And then the X Plus 98. I mean, that's a contender, and then the Super Godzilla from Gojiban that's coming out, that we got shown the prototype at Wonderfest of from X Plus. That could be a contender. As far as like some like real cheap figures, honestly, the Kaiju Rangers, I think under 50, I think those could potentially win something. So Fubi, I'm going with my neon green Space Godzilla, the Frog Tree, or the T-Base, excuse me.
I was going to say, yeah.
But I mean, just off the top of my head, but honestly, this year is very, very exciting, because in about 6 months we're going to have -0 released, and then in like 6 months after that, or less than that, we're going to have Supernova released, and we're going to have eating very good for monster fans and Godzilla fans. Right now Monarch season 2 is ongoing. We'll probably be getting the trailer for -0 sometime within the next couple months, which is exciting, and then a few months after that we'll probably get the trailer for Supernova, and then we'll get the -0 release, and then we're going to get Supernova's release. In the meantime, we'll probably get season 3 of Monarch. After that, we're going to getting that Lee Shaw spinoff as well.
Yes,
it is a very, very good time to be a Kaiju Toku Monster Godzilla fan. There is going to be a lot of goodies. We saw at New York Comic Con that they're doing the Ion Dragon and Tiamat or Kokai from Monarch. I mean, those are potential if they turn out well for figures under 50. One thing I'll say for the show, did we include the Power Rangers Reignition in the voting this year? Or are we including that for next year?
We did add them on this year,
and I am surprised that none of them won anything, especially in the under 50. I wonder though if what some of the rumors in the Power Rangers community are true of what we'll be getting in Waves 2, which is the Thunder Megazords. That's when Lord Zed came into this season, and for those of you that follow Power Rangers, Lord Zed created a Zord of his own, and there is a rumor that we might be getting a Serpentera. No idea if it's true. I'll be honest, I have 2 different Serpenteras, so like I'm kind of like whatever, but I would love a third, so I'll just throw that out.
Lucky you, Joe.
Uh-huh.
Has anybody gotten those Dino or those Godzilla Rangers yet?
Adrian picked up a couple of them, but
oh, that's right.
Yeah, that's lucky son of a gun. He did.
He had to hook himself on the corner in order to get those early.
Just a little bit.
Just a tad.
Leslie brings up another, the X Plus Godzilla Jr. I mean, there is a lot of very honestly, and it's X Plus kind of running the table right now. Quite honestly, with a lot of the drops so far this year. Again, this year is still very, very early, but so far, X Plus is running the table, and I think that if the stuff stays the same as it's been going these first 3 months of the year, I will say that X Plus will win Figure of the Year and Company of the Year, and possibly Gigantic of the Year. I think that there's a strong possibility that X Plus becomes a triple champ next year.
Okay.
Yeah, our wallets will lose for real.
For sure. Let's see. I'm just checking to see if there's any other questions, comments we want to tackle. Leslie says, don't forget G-Fest is going to be lit this year. Frank is going to be there for the first time. What Frank? Because we know like 18 Franks. Do you mean Baca? Because
that's what he's talking about. Yeah.
I think that's
Oh, Frank, we're having some beers, brother. We're having some beers for sure. We are going to chat, man. We are going to become fast friends. And even if you don't like me, I will find you. But with that, I will wrap it up to Jordan, Adrian, Samson, Oscar, and Brandon. Thank you guys all so much for taking this journey with us here at the MWA. It was a lot of fun. Thank you guys all for voting. Also, thank you guys always for showing up and being so active in our chats, so active in all of our social medias. We do this because it's fun, but honestly, you guys take it to the umpteenth degree, to the next level, and allow us to have a conversation, a discussion, maybe even sometimes an argument that we wouldn't always be able to have and express our opinions. So thank you guys for always tuning in. Thank you guys for helping me host the show tonight. To all of you guys out there, watching live or watching later, follow our link tree, follow us on all of our social medias. We are the MWA, and around here we have one phrase, 3 words: embrace the attitude.
Embrace the
attitude.
Appreciate you guys.